Hello, friends, and everybody who is viewing me, listening me, watching me. Today, I'm going to present the third poem of the book Flamingo, Grade 12, that is Keeping Quiet by Pablo Neruda. Now, what does the poet mean by keeping quiet? He wishes all the people to remain silent all over the world. He is not addressing one particular generation or community or tribe. He is saying to one and all that for a while he means to say that till he counts 12 or just for 1 second. Now, what does 12 seconds or till he counts 12 or 1 minute, what does it mean? He means to say that time that is convenient to you because we are involved ourselves in some businesses, some services. So everybody has a time at his disposal, and from his perspective, whatever time he can find to spare to remain away from his original official work and introspect and make a process of understanding one another. This is what he says till he counts 12 or just for 1 second. Keeping quiet. Officially, it means remaining away from the official work that we normally do every day and in the hustle and bustle, in the turmoil, in the violence, hatred, jealousy, all these ill feelings that we have got, we haven't found time ourselves to introspect and to sit together and get away all these feelings of negativity. So, unless we find time to sit together, and when and where and how will we find the time? When we remain away from whatever jobs or whatever business we do, whatever industries we are running. Now we have to remain away from those factories as well, and even industries as well. So till he counts 12 or for just 1 second, he says the feeling which will come when we don't do anything, when we remain away from the roadside, when we don't go and run those industries, well, it will bring an exotic feeling that will make us sit together and that will make us understand. We will resolve our problems by communicating, by exchanging views, and we can minimize the feelings of that hatred, the violence that we have there in us, and we are the manufacturers of arms. We are responsible, we are the architect of all the bloodshed. So that is just because we don't find much time to sit together and introspect and generate a feeling of universal brotherhood. So again, he means to say that we need to find time, and when that time away from your jobs, whether you are away from the factory or industry or the jobs that you do, different kinds of jobs that we are involved in. So we have to remain away from the time that is exactly convenient to us. 12, it can be 12 hours of the day. 12, that can be number of the months. So again, for the whole day, I mean, if we don't go, I mean, see why the government, every government in whichever state or the country you go, see there are holidays for that also. Now those holidays are provided in order to allow the people to find time so that they can sit there with the relations, with their brethren, okay, with the association, with their friends, and they can sort out those disputes which have actually made us lonely, selfish, and in that isolation we have generated the feelings of hatred. Well, feeling of oneness, feeling of togetherness, feeling of peace, feeling of tranquility. If we have that, because we don't expect in today's harsh competitive world, mad race for materialistic things that has actually made us inhuman, and the whole thing is that we don't find time. Even in general functions today, children, you can see that we don't have time. even in such important function as marriages. Gone are those days, children, when there was a marriage in any home, and the relations, the inmates, the associations, they all used to come and occupy the houses long before actually the marriage was solemnized. But now those people, they are reaching on the spots, and they just go to the venue, spend some time, and give whatever they have to give, and then off they go. Even children, when person dies, you can just see on the occasions such as deaths also, people are just reaching the straightforward venues where the dead body has to be taken, the churchyards, okay, the graveyards. There, they are going on their own vehicles. They are going by their cars, or even you see the dead bodies are carried in the vans nowadays, because they don't have time, or maybe they don't have the strength to carry those dead bodies to the churchyards. Such is the paucity, such is the acute shortage of time. Why? Because we are busy. All the time we're busy. No time to introspect ourselves. This is what Pabula Neruda is advising. He's beseeching, he's requesting that people across the world, they should find some time to sit together. And then he has cited many, some of the examples here. What are those examples? That if you're a fisherman, don't go for fishing in the winter time. Okay, and those who have got, those who are involved in collecting that salt. So he advises those people to to go into the depths, go for the inspection, go for the reckoning, and some sort of cure to the hands as well, which are all becoming rough. Okay, hurt, and how? So we don't have the time. So fishermen, those who harm those whales, they have to remain away from the cold sea. Fishermen means that we directly or indirectly harming our nature. So, in order to prevent the nature, in order to prevent those whales from being killed, we have to remain away, so that the whales and all the natural life, that doesn't come to an extinction. Instead of that, I mean, instead of going into the war zone, which doesn't leave any person alive, so they cannot even enjoy the war, because there is no survival. Instead of advocating the war, instead of going with the wars, one should find time for their brothers. They should go with their brethren, their relation, their friends, whosoever they feel like going with. They should have the best clothing, and they should find time in the lap of nature. So, no wars at all. And then the poet also says that he is not advocating total inactivity. Total inactivity means just doing nothing. That means to remain idle, and that is equivalent to death. So he's not saying to not to do anything, but he's only saying spare time, find it, and spend that time with the best beloved, the loved people that you have here and there. That will bring peace. That will bring back brotherhood, tranquility, harmony. This is what he's saying. But no total activity. Don't be idle, because idle's mind is devil's playfellow. So you don't have to become devils. Okay, but find time, remain away, introspect, and where this mad race for competition, that is leading us to, and that is leading us near death, because we have invented those arms and ammunition not for any peaceful purpose, but to harm one another. So remain away. And he also says that, yeah, do not go focused. Do not go focused. Okay, children. Yeah, अब वो ये भी कह रहा है कि हमें फोकस नहीं करना है किसी पे, बिकॉज हम फोकस रहते हैं अपने जॉब्स में, हम फोकस करते हैं अपने अपने जॉब्स में, अपने बिजनेस में, जब भी हम फोकस करते हैं तो हमारे पास टाइम रहता नहीं है, हमें पास टाइम नहीं रहता। हम अब कैसे हम अपने भाई बंधुओं के साथ, अपने पेरेंट्स के साथ टाइम बिताएं, अपने दोस्तों के साथ टाइम बिताएं। और जो वो टाइम नहीं रहता, when we don't have that much time to spend with our brethren, it means that there is a de-link, there is a misunderstanding, there is no communication, and that leads to isolation, that leads to selfishness. Again, that kind of situation is very, very harmful. So why? Don't have time. So, since we don't have time, Pablo Neruda is all seeking, is advising that remain away from the business. आप अपने बिजनेस से, अपने काम धंधों से, जो भी आप काम करते हैं उससे थोड़ा समय निकालिए, और वो समय, वो कीमती समय आप अपने भाई बहनों के साथ, अपने पेरेंट के साथ बिताइए। अच्छे से कपड़े डालिए और नेचर नेचर की लैब में जाइए, जहाँ बेहद शांति है, ट्रैंक्विलिटी है। और जब ये सब हो जाएगा तो हम एक्सोटिक मूवमेंट फील करेंगे, खुशहाली आएगी, हम वॉर से दूर हो जाएंगे, और यही वो पोइट चाहता है। एंड देन ही ऑल्सो सेज दैट इफ़ यू वॉन्ट टू गेट एनी लेसन, अगर आप कुछ सीखना ही चाहते हैं तो मदर अर्थ से सीखिए। मदर अर्थ doesn't have any activity for the entire winter season. अब विंटर सीजन में मदर अर्थ पे कोई काम नहीं होता। इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि वो डेड है, बट द मदर अर्थ इज ट्राइंग टू गेट इट्स फर्टिलिटी बैक। अपनी फर्टिलिटी को वो वापस लेती है, इसलिए कुछ महीनों तक उस पर कोई काम नहीं होता। इसका मतलब वो डेथ नहीं होगी उसकी, बट इन द साइलेंस, in the inactiveness, it is getting its fertility back. So this is same that applies, children. When you go to sleep, say about 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, I mean you sleep, that doesn't mean that you have become dead. That doesn't mean that there is that we have wasted something or the other. This is nature's doing. Nature has allowed us to take rest at night time, because if we don't take rest even at that time, the mad race to accomplish materialistic things, to overcome everybody in this race, we have forgotten the very nature of humanity. How that happens? Because we are busy all the time in running, overcoming, in letting other people down to prove that we are better. So we are in the mad race of this competition, stiff, hard fought, stiff competition in order to excel over others. We are just losing our own very nature that we have been sent for. That yes, we have to live like brothers, we have to stay like human beings. We have forgotten that we are also humans, and we just behave like inhumans at times. So children, in the end, what I want to say, Pablo Neruda just advises what to remain away as much as time as you can afford, as much as time is convenient to you. This is the brief summary that children are given to you. Now I will let you know the entire poem. So I'll go, children, if you have got the book with you, uh, I advise you to have those books. You have to have pen pencil with you, so that whatever I just give it from here, that is actually known to you. So here we go, children. uh, Poem I'm just going with, Pabula Neruda. Okay, I'm sure whatever I brought to you, you must have understood. जो भी मैंने आपको समरी बताया उसका ब्रीफ, मुझे पक्का विश्वास है कि आपको वो समझ में आ गया होगा। और अब मैं जो पोएम है एक्चुअली उसको रीड करूँगा, और एक एक वर्ड आपको समझाऊंगा। और चिल्ड्रन, सिंस दिस इज़ ऑल MCQ, क्योंकि ये जो फर्स्ट 3 पॉइंट्स आ रही हैं, ये सब का सब MCQ है। तो पोएम को समझना, उसको अंडरस्टैंड करना, वर्ड बाय वर्ड, मिनट बाय मिनट, वो बहुत ज़रूरी है। सो इन द नेक्स्ट 15-20 minutes I'll just wipe up this poem. So please have those books with you, and I'll try to explain everything that comes your way. This is how I'm beginning right now. Fine.